Hi, Zizaran here with another PoE2 video, and this is about farming. So, a lot of people are struggling in the campaign, particularly if you're playing hardcore, and I wanted to make a quick video about some good farm spots for if you are struggling in the campaign. Now, obviously on softcore, you can just keep mashing your head into it, trying to get stronger and stuff like that. But if you're really struggling and you just want to farm some power, there are some spots that are really good to farm. Strangely, the first boss in Clearfell encampment, like if you just port to Clearfell and run northeast, you'll run into the witch. And a good thing about her is just you will get some rare items, you will get some blue items, and a small chance of uniques. I did try running rarity farming for her, and I didn't really have great success with 80-90 rarity. I did 20 minutes of farming and I only got one unique. So I didn't have great success with that. What I was hoping to achieve there is, since she's so low level, there are several useful low level uniques. But again, did not have much success there. Another nice zone in Act 1 is the hunting grounds. It's a lot of density, and this is level 10, so it allows you to over farm a little bit before you actually take on the count. And obviously, like, this zone here, the Manor Ramparts in Naga Manor, can give you a lot of trouble, and the Count himself can be very dangerous. Now, Act 2 is the best act for farming, and you particularly want to get to the Lost City, which is after Keth. And I want to show a really nice trick here. And this works on a lot of rares that are close to a checkpoint. And for the tactic I'm about to show you, in case this gets nerfed, and what I'm about to show you is very likely to get nerfed, and some people have said it's like bug abuse and stuff, but it has been in since the start, and obviously we've seen GDD panic nerf things. This is still in, so while I'm not expecting this to stay, I mean, there is a chance it'll stay because it's just like a campaign farm. It's not something that's better than endgame. So especially in softcore, a lot of the time you are better off just rushing to maps. So this works in Halani Gates too. There's like an NPC you might remember that is in like a walled off area, and she has a checkpoint on her. Now, an important thing for this farm strategy is that you need Unearth or Detonate Dead. I think Unearth is the best one. And what that does is it will remove the corpse. And that is actually pretty important because the rares will not respawn unless you have destroyed their corpse. At least not the ones that are like sort of special like that. Now, GDD have already thought of this for unique farming. Obviously, a lot of uniques have checkpoints at them. So you cannot remove the corpse of a unique and do this farm, but you can with the 9th Treasure of Keth. So I'm obviously very overleveled for this, but I'll show you what we do. So you go up to the 9th Treasure of Keth, you kill him, and boom, you destroy the corpse. And then you'll see loot pop out, and then you make sure you have the checkpoint, and then you click respawn at checkpoint. And as long as you keep destroying this corpse, you can keep farming this. Now, personally, I did not find it worth doing in normal. I found that I mostly, like, I would get some currencies, but the loot I wasn't getting enough of, and it's pretty bad XP. So for XP, what I did instead was I went to the Dreadnought. Now, the Dreadnought is really, really dangerous to farm, but personally, I was very worried on hardcore about the last boss. So I stayed in the Dreadnought Vanguard until 37. It went pretty fast, and I picked up like an additional 70% increased damage on my skill tree. Be very careful that you don't get boxed in by the monsters leaping on you. Another really good farming spot is the Spires of Dashar. Especially if you take a left first, very often you will encounter the shrine that spawns statues very early, and the monster density in the zone will then be really, really high. The problem with this is it's monster level 30, so if you want to go all the way to 37, you probably will have to do the Dreadnought. In Act 3, the first zone that you spawn in is pretty nice, and I believe you can do the farming strat there. Also with the, there's like a pyramid really, really close to the start. So it does not work to farm in the same way with checkpoint cheesing these. But before I knew about the checkpoint thing, I would just go back to town after killing and just kill these repeatedly anyway. So if the checkpoint thing gets nerfed, that was actually quite okay for me. Another thing people were saying might work in Act 3 is there is a rare near checkpoint in Matlan Water Race. I don't have the waypoint. Drowned City and doing the tombs there as well. but Act 3 doesn't have as good a farm spot as Act 2 and Act 1. So what I would probably recommend is over farm super hard in Act 2, and then Act 3 should be a breeze. And then once you get to Act 1 Cruel, this becomes really, really nice. Farming the Witch in Clairfell is really good in Act 1 Cruel, because now you're fighting a level 45 monster, and she's so close to the waypoint, so you just teleport to Clairfell, run northeast, boom. And you could farm that for a long time. You could be like level 50 when you leave, kill the monsters on the way, and then you can just go all the way to the beetle. And the beetle is way better in Lost City in Cruel. I farmed it today for 6 hours, maybe a bit more, and I got some crazy gear. I got this 6 scepter, so now I one-shot every boss during the campaign. Hopefully should get to maps. I got this, like really, really nice stuff. So we'll see. Hopefully I can make some other characters, but very, very worth farming, really enjoyable. And yeah, again, it might be something that gets nerfed. Don't know if TDD wants you to use the checkpoint. I don't know if they'll remove the beetle respawning or if they'll just remove the checkpoint there, but got a lot of good loot. Currency is starting to get there a little bit, so quite useful. I'll throw in another tip in this video that I was reading on Reddit for those that haven't seen it. If you don't know how to get 4 supports, if you use on a gem a lesser jeweler orb and then it has 3, then you can vol it afterwards, and there's a chance it gets 4. And you can just obviously make a new one after if it doesn't. And you can continue to upgrade this with new gems you find. So, very nice. Very nice. Easy way to get a 5 link early. But either way, I hope this video helps you, especially for solo self on hardcore. I don't think there's as much of a need to farm and do what I was suggesting on softcore, but for solo or for hardcore trade or solo self on hardcore, over farming is really, really needed. The game is obviously super hard. But either way, thanks for watching. Sub if you liked the video, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.